Hello students. So in the previous class we studied about the TS of anther and also we studied about the structure of pollen grains, that is only based on the NCERT. So now this class is the NEET, that is the lecture 1, that is the structure of pollen grain. So you can see here there is a different varieties of pollen grains. You can see also that outer covering is totally different, that is the different design ornamentals. Okay, so these are the male gametophyte having the different shape, structure and varies colors. So why this outer covering is different? So it is only due to the presence of exine, which is having the outer covering, which is a sculpture in the work. So what is sculptures? In the next you can see that. So these are the different varieties of pollen grains. So the study of pollen grain is called a palynology. So in the pollen grains is also having the smallest pollen grain and the largest pollen grain. So the largest pollen grain is the mirabilis, and the smallest pollen grain is the myosotis. So in this animation you can clearly see that pollen grain, that is exine, intine, germ pore and the thickness of callus. So in this first diagram, that is having the cytoplasm, nucleus, germ pore, exine and intine, and this nucleus undergo divide to form the two cells, that is the generative and vegetative cells. You can clearly see that. So that spindle shape is the generative cell and the irregular shape is the tube nucleus. So what is the function of tube nucleus or vegetative cell means? It also helps in the growth of pollen tube. And what is the function of generative cell means? It undergo to form the two male gametes. And what is the function of germ pore or exine pore means? Which help in the elongation of pollen tube. In this you can clearly see that how the pollen tube is arises from the intine and it is passes or come out from the germ pore. In that generative cell undergo division to form the two sperm cell. At the tip you can see that there is a vegetative nucleus is present. In this image you can clearly know about the structure of pollen grain.
The introduction of the pollen grains. Okay, now the deep study of the pollen grains. Okay, जो पहले इंट्रोडक्शन क्लास सिर्फ 4 मिनट का था, वो सिर्फ क्या था, एक इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट था. So this is the deep structure of pollen grain and also the development of male gametophyte. The first is the structure of pollen grains. So pollen grains are the partially developed male gametophyte. Okay, why it is called the partially developed male gametophyte? Because the pollen grains contain only the two cell, vegetative and generative. Introduction class में मैं आपको बोली थी the pollen grains contain the vegetative and generative. So if the pollen grains are the two cell, then it is called a partially developed male gametophyte. So this is the structure of pollen grain. That is the external view of the pollen grain. So this is the external view of pollen grains. And this is a spine and this is a germ pore. So this is called a external view of pollen grain. So this pollen grains are the partially developed male gametophyte because they contain the vegetative and generative only the two cell. Okay, because there is no formation of male gametes. When the male gamete formation takes place, then it is called the mature male gamete. So maturation male gamete means vegetative cell, generative cells undergo division to form the two male gamete. In the introduction class I told you. So this is the structure where the outer covering is hard. It is having the different decorative in the different species of flower. spine, ridges, furrows, and different decoration and different ornamental process are there. So in this you can see there is a small round shape hole or germ pore or aperture called the germ pore. Okay, if the pore or aperture is the spherical or round in shape, then it is called the germ pore. If the sum of the pollen grain, if it is elongated pore or aperture, then it is called the germinal furrow. Okay, the outer, this is the outer, that is the external view of the pollen grains. If the germ pore or the exine pore is round in shape, then it is called the germ pore. If that is the spindle shape aperture, then it is called the germinal or furrow. The next is internal view of the pollen grains. See clearly in the previous class already I draw the diagram. Now you can see the clearly. This is the outer covering called the exine. The next is a intine. The next is called a intine. So this is the nucleus, vegetative nucleus or tube nucleus, and this is the vegetative cell, and this is the callus cell, and the spindle shape is the generative cell. Okay, and they also contain the cytoplasm, exine. Okay, this is the germ pore. Okay, this is the intine. This is cytoplasm. This is generative cell. I am repeating because you can perfect, and this structure of pollen grain is for the 3 marks. It is very important. So you can draw the diagrams or you can write only the points. So there is a, sometime they will ask the structure of 2 or 3 times they ask the structure of pollen grains. So it is very important. In the introduction class I told that introduction part, that part you can also write, you get the full to full marks. So this is the very deep explanation. So next is the vegetative nucleus, or it is called tube nucleus, and this is called a vegetative cell. Okay, this is the internal view of a pollen grain. So the pollen grain is covering a layer called a sporoderm. The pollen grain is covering by outer covering is called sporoderm, and this sporoderm is again have the 2 layers, that is called outer and inner. So the outer covering of the pollen grain or the covering wall or layer of the pollen grain is sporoderm, and this sporoderm is again having the 2 layers, outer and inner. The outer is exine and the inner is intine. Exine is hard or tough. It's smooth. It is thick. It is thin. Okay. So it is made up of sporopollen, and it is made up of pectin and cellulose. Okay. So the outer covering of the pollen grain is called sporoderm, that is the outer and inner. Outer is called the exine and the inner is called the intine. So exine is very hard and tough and it is thick due to the presence of sporopollen. And the inner is thin and smooth because the deposition or the composition or it is made up of pectin and cellulose. So what is the function of exine and what is the function of intine? Exine, it gives hardness to the pollen grain. So, and it can prevent or having the resistance power against the heat, acid, base or no enzymes can be degraded. Why? Because they are having the sporopollen. And the pollen grain also can be preserved as a fossil. The ancient plant can be, pollen grain can be preserved as a fossil. Why? It cannot be degraded because the presence of this sporopollen, and this is the main function, means it is preserved as a fossil because due to the presence of sporopollen. And the next, what is the function of intine? So this intine is specially help in the germinate of pollen tube. And what already in the previous class I told that this is a pollen tube is emerged from the germ pore. So these pollen tube is germinated from intine. Remember this one. So the pollen tube germ पोर से बाहर आता है मगर इंटाइन से क्या होता है, जर्मिनेट होता है. और ये पोलन ट्यूब को जर्मिनेट करने के लिए और एक सेल हेल्प करता है, दिस इज कॉल्ड द वेजिटेटिव सेल. दिस वेजिटेटिव सेल्स इज ऑल्सो और वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस इज ऑल्सो वेजिटेटिव सेल इज ऑल्सो हेल्प्स फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ पोलन ट्यूब. ओके, this is the important function of the pollen grain. Now this exine is again classified into or differentiated into the two layers, that is outer, inner. Outer is called ect exine and the inner is called end exine. Ecto means outside, ecto layer, endodermis inner layer. So ect exine means it is the outer and the end means that is the inner layer. Okay, and this ect exine is again differentiated into the three layers, that is a outer, middle and inner. Outer is tactum, baculum, and also the inner is food layer. So the next exine, again it is differentiated into outer and inner. Outer is ect exine and the inner is end exine. Ectom is outside and the endom is inside. So this ect exine is also again differentiated into three: outer, middle, inner, tactum. The first is tactum. So this tactum is acts as a sculpture work. Sculpture work means already I told that the different pollen grains having the different decoration, different design, different shape, only the because of this tactum, that is the ect exine. So this ect exine, that is the specially first one is the tactum, which give the different design, decoration or the ornamentals, which helps to identification of different species of the plant. Means families already studied in that. How you find the families? By saying the characteristics, vegetative characteristics, floral characteristics. So these pollen grains is also helps to the identification of different species only due to the presence of this ect exine or the tactums, which give the different design, decorative or the ornamental of the pollen grains. Okay, and this outer ect exine is our sculpture work, help in the sculpture work, but the end exine is not. But end exine is not. Okay. If Okay. If the enzyme in the pollen grain, the enzyme pore may be 1, 2 or 3. If the enzyme pore is 1, if the enzyme pore or the germ pore is 1 or single, then it is called monocolpate. If it is 2, then it is bicolpate. If it is 3, then it is called tricolpate. So in the pollen grains, the germ pore is also varies. It may be the 1, 2 or 3. The 1 germ pore is present in the monocot plants, and the 2 or 3, especially the 3, we can say 2 or 3 germ pore is present in the dicot plants. From this germ pore, the pollen tube is released or emerge out. And the way the pollen tube is originated, from the which cell? From the intine cell. From the intine, there is germinating of the pollen tube, and it's all, that is a function of vegetative cell. So this vegetative cell is also helps to the growth of pollen tube. After the vegetative cell, it will be degenerate. Okay. Let us study of the vegetative and generative cell. So vegetative cell, this is the vegetative nucleus. Vegetative nucleus is called tube nucleus. Okay, which help for the growth of the pollen tube, and this is the generative. Larger, smaller, you can say bigger, and it is a irregular shape, spindle shape. Okay, this is having dense cytoplasm which is separated by a callus plug. When this callus plug is disintegrate, and this generative cell is float on the cytoplasm of the vegetative cell. For example, this is the vegetative cell, and this is the generative cell, and this is the cytoplasm. Okay. So this is VC means vegetative cell, this is GC means generative cell, this is cytoplasm. So this generative cell is float on the cytoplasm of the vegetative cells when this will become the disintegrate of the callus plug. Okay, so this is, in the short we can say that in the previous class, the cell is surrounded by the cell is within the cell, the generative cell within the vegetative cell. Okay, so these two are called two cell, generative and vegetative. So this is called a partially male gametophyte. When the pollination takes place, जब ये pollen grains झड़ के स्टिग्मा पे जाके बैठते, जब जर्मिनेट होके क्या होते हैं, टू मेल गैमेट्स, तो इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, टू सेल, तो इसको हम बोलते हैं partially developed male gametophyte. Okay, if this generative cell again undergo mitotic division to form the two male gametes. This is the vegetative cell and this is the generative cell undergo two male gametes, 1, 2, 3. So this is now it is called 3-cell stage. So now this is called a mature male gametophyte. So this is called the partially developed male gametophyte because still they are in the two stage. There is no formation of male gamete. So this is called the 3-cell stage. This is called mature male gametophyte because there is a formation of two male gametes, vegetative cell and the two male gametes. In the 100% of the plant, 60% of the pollen grains are the two cells. They shed pollen grains and sit on the stigma. Okay. But some of the only 40% they having the 3-cell stage. When the pollination takes place, जब ये pollen grain झड़ के stigma पे बैठते हैं, there is no germination takes place because already the two male gamete is formed. And when this pollen grain is shed and sit on the stigma, the pollen grain germinate where the generative cell undergo mitotic division to form the two male gametes. Then it has become the 3-cell stage. Okay, ओके, द क्वेश्चन इज अराइजेस, मैडम ये स्टिग्मा पे बैठने के बाद ही पोलन ट्यूब क्यों ग्रोथ होता है? व्हाई नॉट इन द फ्लावर? ओके, व्हाई नॉट इन द anther? Sorry, why not in the anther? When these pollen grain, this pollination takes place when it is sit on the stigma. Stigma पे जब ये बैठते हैं तो the stigma release, that is the boron, sugar, amino acid, which helps for the formation of pollen tube. Until not, already up in the practical you can see that. So there is a practical for 5 marks, that is development of pollen tube. तो हम pollen tube growth होने के लिए we will take the sucrose solution. ओके, सुक्रोज सॉल्यूशन लेके क्या करते हैं वहाँ पर स्टिग्मा एंड द पोलन ग्रेन्स वी विल टेक एंड देयर इज जर्मिनेशन ऑफ पोलन ट्यूब. सो वी विल टेक द सुक्रोज सॉल्यूशन. तो ऑलरेडी यहाँ स्टिग्मा में दे कंटेन द सुक्रोज, अमाइनो एसिड एंड बोरॉन विच हेल्प फॉर द ग्रोथ ऑफ द पोलन ट्यूब. इन आई विल शो इन द वीडियो टू यू how the pollination takes place, how the pollen grains sit on the stigma, how the pollen tube is germinate, how it is enter into the embryo sac, and how two male gamete will be released into the embryo sac, how it will be fuses takes place. It is the real video I will show to in the this class. Wait. Okay. So this is the deep structure of the pollen grain. So the next is development of male gametophyte. All of you know that microspore. In the class you studied that microsporangium. Microsporangium is the pollen mother cell or the microspore mother cell, which is diploid in number, undergo meiotic division to form the 4 tetrad or the 4 microspore or the tetrad microspore, that is 2L, that is the pollen mother cell or microspore mother cell, which is diploid in number, which undergo meiotic division to form 4 haploid microspore, or it is called pollen grain, that is tetrad, because they are having the 4. Okay, so this is the microspore containing dense cytoplasm, and there is a formation of large vacuole. Okay, this is the microspore, this is the nucleus, and this is the cytoplasm. In this there is a formation of large vacuole. So a large vacuole जैसे ही formation होता है, the nucleus which is present in the center, it is come down, ऐसे नीचे push हो जाता है. Okay, it will become down. Okay, then this nucleus undergo microspore mother cell or the pollen mother cell, which is diploid in number, it is undergo meiotic division to form the pollen grains or microspore, that is the 4 haploid cells microspore, 4 haploid microspore, that is tetrad. Okay, and this is the microspore which contain the nucleus, and there is a formation of large vacuole, and the nucleus is come down, and this nucleus is undergo mitosis division, which is mitotic division to form the 2 unequal cell. One is called a larger cell and the second one is called the smaller cell. The larger cell is called vegetative cell and the smaller is called generative cell. Why they become the unequal size? तो जब न्यूक्लियस डिवीजन होता है माइटोटिक डिवीजन, वहाँ पर अनइक्वल डिवीजन होने की वजह से एक द लार्जर सेल वन इज द स्मॉलर सेल. जो लार्जर सेल है इसको बोलते हैं वेजिटेटिव सेल, जो स्मॉलर है इसको बोलते हैं हम जनरेटिव सेल. And why? Only due to the unequal division of protoplasm. All of you know that what is protoplasm? They contain the nucleus and cytoplasm. So they also contain the dense cytoplasm. साइटोप्लाज्म और न्यूक्लियस दोनों मिला के हम बोलते हैं प्रोटोप्लास्ट। यहाँ पर प्रोटोप्लास्ट क्या होता है, अनइक्वल डिवीजन होने की वजह से, ड्यू टू दैट देयर इज अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ टू अनइक्वल सेल्स, वन इज द लार्जर एंड सेकंड वन इज द स्मॉलर. So this is the vegetative and this is the generative cell. And this generative cell again undergo second mitotic division to form the two male gametes. This is the microspore which is haploid in number, which undergo first meiotic division and second meiotic division to form the two male sperm. From the one microspore there is a formation of two male gamete. For example, if it is a 4 microspore, then there is a formation of how many? Very good. That is the 8 male gamete. Very good. So that is the 4 microspore. Each microspore undergo 1 and 2 mitotic division to form the 2 male gametes. So then is the formation of 8 gametes from the 4 microspore. So how many mitotic division is required to get the 8 male gametes? अगर 8 मेल गैमेट्स होना है तो कितने माइटोटिक डिवीजन होना है? तो एक के लिए 2 माइटोटिक डिवीजन, 2, यस, वेरी गुड. दैट इज कॉल्ड द 8 माइटोटिक डिवीजन undergo to form the 8 male gamete from the 4 haploid microspore. Correct? This is the development of male gametophyte. Okay. Now already I told that from the intine there is a pollen tube is emerge out. So sorry, from the intine the pollen tube is germinate, and from the exine pore it will be emerge or come out. Okay, in that pollen tube there is a generative cell undergo mitotic division to form the 2 male gametes. Shall I have here? Okay, wait. So I will show. So this is the intine where the pollen tube is germinate. This is the vegetative cells and this is the generative cell. Which generative cell undergo divide to form the 2 male gametes. 2 male gametes. So these 2 male gamete is transferred from the pollen tube, then it is called a spinogamy. ओके, पोलन ट्यूब में जो 2 मेल गैमेट है, जो जनरेटिव सेल मेटोटिक डिवीजन होते हैं, सो वो पोलन ट्यूब से जब ट्रांसफर होते हैं इसको बोलते हैं स्पिनोगैमी. ओके, एंड दिस वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द टिप ऑफ द पोलन ट्यूब. दिस वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द टिप ऑफ द पोलन ट्यूब and they also contain the dense cytoplasm and the vacuole is also present, and here the callous plug is also formation. So what is the function of callous plug? So these callous plugs prevent the 2 male gamete cannot go back into the cytoplasm of the pollen grain. तो ये callous plug क्या करता है बोले तो ये 2 मेल गैमेट को ऊपर जाने नहीं देता है. तो ये वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस कब नीचे आता है तो जैसे पोलन ग्रेन का साइटोप्लाज्म पोलन ट्यूब में आता है तो इट विल बी कम इनटू द सिट इन द टिप ऑफ द वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस, और ये 2 मेल गैमेट इज फॉलो टू द वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लियस, एंड आफ्टर दिस इट विल बिकम द डिसइंटीग्रेट, एंड दिस pollen tube and this 2 male gamete is enter into the embryo sac through the micropyle and the double fertilization takes place. आपको इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास में आपको बताती हूँ और ऑल्सो आपको वीडियो में बताती हूँ कैसा पोलन ट्यूब एम्ब्रियो सैक में जाके डबल